Okay, so you want to seize your day at Dollywood? Then let's get started. Okay, so the first question you're probably wondering is when should you visit Dollywood? I would almost always recommend avoiding weekends, spring break, winter break, and fall break. These are statistically the most crowded days of the year, and for example, when I visited the park during Smoky Mountain Christmas during my winter break in 2015, the park was absolutely slammed. There were long lines for pretty much every ride, plus it was very cold outside. Despite this, I do recommend visiting Dollywood during Smoky Mountain Christmas as it is a great event with plenty of lights and amazing shows. Just be prepared for lots of crowds. The question you're probably wondering is when should you arrive at the park? Well, Dollywood opens at 10 a.m. during the summer and closes at 9:30 p.m. also during the summer. And I would always recommend getting to the park 45 minutes to an hour in advance. This is just so you can be prepared when the rope drops and you can get to all the rides as soon as they open, especially those lower capacity rides like Mystery Mine, Fire Chaser Express, and Dragon Flyer. Okay, so now you're wondering what should you do when it comes to parking at Dollywood. So at Dollywood, general parking costs $25 and preferred parking costs a whopping $40. And Dollywood does have trams that will take you to the main entrance from the parking lot. Now at Dollywood, those trams are specifically useful just because Dollywood's parking lot is a fair distance from the main entrance. And plus, Dollywood is built in the Smoky Mountains, so you'll be doing a lot of uphill and downhill walking. So now when it comes to parking, I would always recommend just go with the general parking because preferred parking is a heck of a lot more expensive. And just take those trams so you don't have to walk the distance. Okay, so now you're probably wondering whether Dollywood Skip the Line Pass Timesaver is worth it. So the standard Timesaver costs $60 and the Timesaver Unlimited costs $80. Now the one catch with the Timesaver is that on the standard option you only get 8 skips in total. Now for Timesaver, I typically wouldn't recommend it, especially if you take my advice from earlier and visit on a less crowded day. Now, if you really need Timesaver, I would spend the extra $20 to get the unlimited, as 8 skips, that won't even cover all the major rides at the park that you'll want to experience. So yeah, if you need Timesaver at your visit to Dollywood, just go with the unlimited option. Okay, so now you're probably wondering what order should I ride the rides at Dollywood. Well, I'd always recommend hitting Dragonflyer, Mystery Mine, and Fire Chaser Express early in the day. These are the 3 lowest capacity rides in the park, and also Fire Chaser Express is one of the park's most popular rides because of how good of a family coaster it is, and basically anybody can ride it. So here's my touring plan for Dollywood. So I'd first recommend hitting Dragonflyer in Wildwood Grove, then head over to Timber Canyon for Mystery Mine and Thunderhead, then head over to Wilderness Pass for the aptly mentioned Fire Chaser Express and then also Wild Eagle. Then I'd recommend heading over to Timber Canyon for Tennessee Tornado and Blazing Fury, then finally making your way to the front of the park to hit their final and best attraction there, Lightning Rod. Definitely one of those parks that's not all about the roller coasters. There's plenty of other great rides that are 100% worth experiencing. Like for example, you can tour Dollywood's tour bus at Dolly's Home on Wheels. You can also tour her childhood home at Dolly's Tennessee Mountain Home. You can even learn more about Dolly's music career and history in the Chasing Rainbows Museum. You can even watch eagles fly near Wild Eagle at the Eagle Mountain Sanctuary. And even on Sundays, you can watch a church service inside of the park at the Robert Thomas Chapel. You're probably getting hungry and wondering what should I do when it comes to dining at Dollywood. Well, unlike pretty much any other park, I would always recommend to grab some food at Dollywood. This is because basically anything you eat at the park is almost guaranteed to be delicious. They're most famous for their cinnamon bread, which can be found at the grist mill in Owens Farm near Barnstormer. And then you also have Aunt Granny's restaurant, which is an all-you-can-eat buffet. You have famous pizza at the Lumberjacks Pizza. You have plenty of barbecue and good old Southern cooking to feast on, and plenty of other delicious food items that I would never want to miss at a visit to Dollywood. Okay, so now for the other thing that Dollywood is most known for, the shows. Now at Dollywood, the shows can be characterized by a heavy amount of singing, dancing, and general music. Now, it is no wonder because Dollywood is located less than 3 hours from Nashville that at Dollywood you're gonna get a lot of banjos, guitars, heavy vocals for the music. Now that is just classic good old country music that you're gonna get. And some examples of shows that exemplify that are the Heartland Quartet, Willow Osborne, Smoky Mountain String Band, and Forever Country. I mean, the last one even has country in the name, so you gotta expect that the shows are gonna have lots of singing, dancing, and good old country music. Okay, so if you enjoyed that video and love Dollywood just like I do, remember to like this video and share this with anybody who you know who's going to be in the Tennessee area visiting Dollywood soon. And also remember to subscribe to Southeastern Thrills, and peace.